Folks, the game I'm about to show you is called the Peruvian Immortal, one of the coolest names for a chess game out there. It's a game that comes from the 1930s, played by a Grandmaster named Esteban Canal. Now, this game is great for so many reasons. It's a famous game. A famous mating pattern comes out of this game. It comes out of a very common opening, the Scandinavian. I'm going to show you the entire game, so you can try to reconstruct this game if you want. You could actually play this game, by the way, in a live game online or over the board, and possibly get your opponent, if they play these moves, you could possibly get them in this, what is now called a trap. Well, there's a trap at the end of the game, because the game is so quick that you can possibly reverse engineer this game. But anyway, more importantly, this game teaches you how to think in chess, or how we should think, because it takes the basics of chess, which is threats, and there's multiple ways to react to those threats. We can stop them before they happen. We could counter them, or the one option that we don't think of as much, we can let that threat happen because it's not a good threat. So we have to look at our opponent's ideas basically and say, should we try to stop them, counter them, or let them happen because my idea is better than your idea? And that's exactly what happens in this chess game. White is just playing basic developing moves here. And in this position, black pins the knight. Now, there's no threat here because white's defending with the pawn and the queen. So white just plays a bishop e2, getting ready to castle kingside if he has to. Black develops his queenside knight, which tells you, should be a tell that he's going to develop or castle queenside in this position. If he was going to go kingside, he would develop his kingside knight. That would be a tell that he's going to castle kingside most likely. So here, white plays a3. Now, a3, chess is often like a conversation. And a3 is just asking black, hey, what are you doing? Because you do have a pin on my knight. I'd like to know what you're planning to do because I want the position to be defined. I want to know how to build my strategy off this game and stop, playing maybe like some abstract moves and start playing some more concrete moves that will, fall in line with the overall strategy of the game. Now, not much is defined right now. We're in the opening, but what I mean by that is if black takes, okay, now we have a more defined position. We know we have an open B file, possibly to the king if the king goes queenside. We have the bishop pair, which is an advantage over the knights. So now we know, we have bishop pair over open board. We want to keep the position open or make it even more open. There's strategies we can base off of what just happened. The position is defined itself, so to speak, in this position. Or black can come back, and if black comes back and does not take the knight, okay, then we know that that's what the position is, and we can go from there. But white just wants to know what's black's plan, basically. And here, black castles queenside, and black tries to get fancy here. Now, you may be wondering, why on earth would black do that? And it's because black thought he had a great idea. And let me explain. Black thought that white can't take the bishop, because if he does, we have check, winning a rook with check, and now after the king moves, we get a second rook, and black looks like they're completely winning in this position. However, this is a bad move to castle queenside in this position, and there's for two reasons. For the reason I'm about to show you, which is what white played, but even besides that, even if white just, let's say, played a normal regular move and castled. If black takes the knight here and you take back, you have an open rook to the king. That's bad. Strategically, white's winning here. If black doesn't take the knight and comes back, then you play b4, and after queen b6, knight a4. White has such a strong attack here, and white is winning anyway, just from the position right here. So that's that. So it's a bad move strategically, and you'll see oftentimes that the Grandmaster plays spectacular moves when he has to, when he's forced to. The weaker players play spectacular moves or fancy moves because they feel like it, but they're not always forced to. They just do it for the sake of doing it sometimes to they think it looks cool, I guess. I'm not sure. But you'll see White, the Grandmaster, plays brilliant moves here, but he only does it when he's forced to. In this position, he was forced to play brilliant moves. And here he just simply takes, he doesn't castle here, but he takes the bishop. He lets Black take the rook with check, and then after he moves his king, Black takes the second rook. But what his opponent didn't see here is White has mate in 2, and that's what he calculated after this whole variation. And try to pause your videos if you are not familiar with this game yet or this mating pattern. White played queen c6. There's nowhere where the king can go, so he has to take. And now White played bishop a6, checkmate. This is called Bowden's mate. Well, anyway, hopefully you guys found that video helpful and instructive. If you did, check out this game. Catch you guys next time. Go play some chess.